My name is Ava Monroe, and 2 weeks before Christmas, my mom sent me a message that shattered my entire world. It said, "Ava, don't come home this year. It's better for everyone." No explanation, no apology, just that cold sentence. And the worst part? I had already bought my ticket. I had already wrapped their gifts. I had already spent nights imagining what it would feel like to finally walk back into my childhood home after 4 long years. See, I left home at 18 to escape the chaos, the shouting, the emotional coldness that hung in every room of that house. I left thinking, one day they'll miss me. One day they'll want me back. But this message proved something awful. They didn't. Not even a little bit. When I called my mom, she declined twice. On the third attempt, she picked up, her voice shaking. "Ava, please, don't make this harder. Just stay where you are." I asked her, "Mom, what did I do?" She said nothing. I asked again. Still silence. Then she whispered, "I can't tell you, not right now." And she hung up. My heart dropped into my stomach. Something was wrong. Something big. And apparently it had everything to do with me. For the next 2 days, I couldn't sleep. Why wouldn't my own mother want me home for Christmas? Why suddenly now? I checked my family's social media. My dad and older sister Haley had posted a picture decorating the Christmas tree together, the same tree I used to decorate every year growing up. No one looked sad. No one looked stressed. So why was I being pushed out? Then something unexpected happened. I received an email from a law firm. At first, I thought it was a scam until I saw the sender. It was my grandparents' attorney. My grandparents had passed away only 2 months earlier. The email said, "Your inheritance documents are ready for release." My inheritance? My family never told me anything about inheritance, not a word. My hands were shaking when I opened the attached document, and what I saw made everything suddenly make sense. My grandparents had left their house and savings to me. Not my parents, not my sister, me. Only me. And guess what? My parents were legally informed right after the funeral, which meant the moment they found out I inherited everything, the house, the land, the savings, they suddenly didn't want me home. Why? Because I owned something they wanted, and they needed me far, far away. The next morning, I went straight to the attorney's office. He explained everything with a sympathetic look. "Ava, your grandparents changed their will last year. They left everything to you because you were the only one who cared for them during their final months." I closed my eyes. I remembered the nights I stayed with my grandma in the hospital, the afternoons I spent reading to my grandpa, the phone calls my parents ignored. Now it all made sense. My parents weren't pushing me away out of sadness. They were pushing me away out of greed. When I got home, I finally called my mom again. This time, she picked up instantly. "Ava, are you okay? Where are you?" Her voice was suddenly soft, too soft. I asked her directly, "Mom, why didn't you tell me about the inheritance?" Silence. A long, shaking silence. Then she said, "We didn't want you getting confused. You're young. You don't need that responsibility." Translation, we wanted it, not you. I heard my dad whispering in the background, "Hang up, don't say anything." That's when I understood. They were planning something. They needed me away from that house long enough to take control of everything. But it was too late. I already had full ownership, legally, completely. Then came the moment I'll never forget. My sister Haley texted me, "Ava, please don't come home. You're ruining everything." Ruining everything? What was everything? Their secret plan to take what was mine? That's when my sadness turned into anger, a slow, burning type of anger I had never felt before. I wasn't just unwanted, I was being removed because I stood in the way. The next day, I went to my grandparents' house. my house now. Everything was exactly how they left it. Old photos on the walls, blankets folded neatly, my grandma's perfume still lingering in the air. I found a letter addressed to me on the kitchen counter, handwritten, from my grandmother. My hands were shaking when I opened it. It said, "Ava, if you're reading this, then we're gone. We left everything to you because you were the only one who never left us behind. Your parents will be angry, they will try to convince you otherwise, but this home belongs to you because you have always had the biggest heart in this family." Tears streamed down my face. Every memory, every moment with them. Finally, it all meant something. My phone rang. It was my mom again. This time, her voice was desperate. "Ava, please, come home. We need to talk." But the truth was, they didn't want to talk. They wanted to negotiate. They wanted to manipulate. They wanted control. And they had just lost it. So I said the words I never imagined I would say. "Mom, I'm not coming home this year, or any year. Not until you learn what family actually means." She started crying. My dad yelled in the background. My sister kept texting me nonstop. But for the first time in my life, I felt free. I spent Christmas alone that year, at my grandparents' house, drinking hot cocoa, reading old letters, surrounded by memories of the only people who ever truly loved me. And I realized something. Sometimes family isn't the people who share your blood, it's the people who share your heart. And my parents, they never did.